Did you expect him to fit this? I mean, you've known him so long, and you never really know until he's here. But did you expect him to fit this well on the ice?
Honestly, I did. I think. I mean, he has the ability to play up and down the lineup for sure. I think in past years he's played lower in the lineup. At least when we were in Winnipeg, he was always like played on that third line or even sometimes on that fourth line. And I mean, he's getting a chance to play with really good players, and he can make plays. He's a good hockey player, and it's been fun watching him and Brett kind of two different worlds of mine collide. It's pretty fun to watch for me. So no, I'm not surprised at all.
Do you think it'd be emotional for him to face his old team?
I don't know. I mean, it was for me, I guess, my first time. It's spent a lot of time, a big chunk of your life there. I think. I mean, for him, I'm sure it will be. For me, I've played a couple times now. It's not as big of a deal.
When you playing with Panarin is not an easy task, no matter how skilled you are. And is it just kind of the way that Andrew thinks the game that you think helps him? I mean, you have to have the ability too, but
yeah, I definitely think that's an advantage. I think it is different. I mean, as a defenseman, when you're on the ice with him, he does different things that most people don't. He just thinks different. Brett thinks different than most players, and I think Copper has the ability to read the game and know where to be and read Brett better than most guys, I would say. It's not always an easy thing to do, but yeah, they've been playing really well together.
Anything else?
last probably since the deadline, you guys have really clamped down a lot better. Maybe, it's been kind of a steady increase, but it feels like in the last month or so, the team defense has been just kind of suppressing shots and chances. Has there been anything that you've noticed that's different on the ice, or has it just kind of been a progression from the start of the year?
I think it's been a progression. I think it's been pretty much a progression the whole way. I think early we gave up way too much and too many chances, and we kind of felt our way through. It was a little bit of a different system. We made a little bit of a change early on in the year, and then yeah, I think we've been much better. I think it's a 5-6 man job really, I guess, but we're giving up a lot of slot shots, and I feel like our forwards and our wingers are helping out a lot on the defensemen with the guys in the slot, and I mean those are the chances you really don't want to give up. So I think that's been a big area of improvement for us, and our goalies have continued to make big saves when asked to, and that's come playoff time. That's what you need. You need everybody buying in defensively, and then when there's a breakdown, you're gonna need a goalie to make a save.
What change did you make?
I don't know if I can tell you. That was a long time ago. You guys didn't even notice.
You said you're giving up less or fewer shots from the slot. I guess is that a result of it, or?
I think so. A little more shared coverage, I would say, and then I mean the weak side winger helps a lot. I think when they're helping in the slot, especially when teams get a guy extended out there and 3 guys high, it's a big help for the defenseman, and I think that's been a big key to suppressing some of the shots.
Jacob, we've asked you earlier in the season a lot, I feel like, about Keandre. The ascension this season, I mean, even recently, do you feel like it just keeps getting better? Like, how would you sum up what you've seen from him this season?
I don't know. He's a really good stock. He is.
Yeah.
He keeps going up. No, he's still like you said, he's been on a steady ascension the whole year, I would say, and he's been playing some of the best hockey I've seen him play probably recently, and just comfortable, confident, and calm. He's just playing, which is a good headspace to be in, I think, for any player. But for him to have that freedom, I think, and be comfortable and just play his game and keep growing and keep getting better, he's done all the right things.
And how much do you think it helps both of you that you guys haven't been separated all year? You've just been steady with each other.
Yeah, it definitely helps. I think. I mean, I played with Josh Morrissey for so long, and I kind of got comfortable with having like that one partner. You know what to expect, and the more you play, obviously, the more chemistry you have, the more communication gets easier. Even sometimes you don't have to communicate. You already know what. Been through that situation. You know what the other person's thinking and where they want you to be. And I mean, I hope I play with him for a very long time.
Some of the plays that he's made, whether it's even in a shootout or things like that, the confidence level, did that take some encouraging with him? I mean, it seemed at the beginning of the year he was not hesitant, but just didn't seem like it was the same level of confidence. Was that through the way that he's played, through conversations, or through some of all of it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you don't really want to come out of the summer, I guess, and start a season and guns a-blazing. I think you want to get your feet under you, get comfortable, do the things you need to, especially defensively. He's been great defensively, and kind of build your game from the back forward, I would say. And he's done a great job of that. I think you're seeing more offense, more jump, more. He's getting a lot of chances to score, a lot of good shots, but he hasn't sacrificed any of what he's been building on defensively or positionally or any of that. He's not cheating the game. So I think that's just kind of a natural progression, and you're just going to keep building and building.
Jacob, you talk about playing for first and how it kind of maybe stops you from guys from looking at the playoffs 6 games away.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously important to us. I think everybody wants to finish first, I would say. There's a bigger picture for sure. But yeah, I don't think motivation or any of that's going to be an issue. I think we've liked our last couple of games we played, and I think the closer we get to the end of the season, the more it's going to continue to ramp up.
Towards the end, but the bigger picture, do you feel like the guys that have playoff experience have to talk to some of your guys who haven't had playoff experience, or is it a case where they just have to get their feet wet?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, I don't think you want to psych anyone out or, too much. Like, you're still playing a hockey game that they've played a lot in, and there's a little bit different energy, but it's also fun. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone. People who've watched the playoffs growing up, I think you know what to expect to a certain extent. Yeah, it's a little bit different not playing and learning that, but I don't think it's going to be too crazy. I think guys are ready.
And just to follow, Gerard's talked about getting some guys rest down the stretch. If he came to you and said, do you want rest? Do you want it, or do you want to play straight through?
No, I'd rather play. Never know when your last game is.
Do you I'm just curious about this. I was talking to someone about this the other day. Like, you have a chance to play all 82. Is that something you take pride in? Or does that not matter, like looking at your
something
stats?
you don't talk about.
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, yeah, it's a grind. Like, it's hard to do. I think. I don't think it's something you really think a ton about, but man, it's not an easy thing to do in this league for sure.